Well, here it is practically 9 o'clock. It's still Sunday, 11 November, actually 8, 2020. We were John C. Roseman, California. The election process has always been questioned by most losing sides. And back in 2000, when Al Gore was running against George Walker Bush, there were close in population electoral votes, but there was the matter of hanging chads in Florida. There was punch-out ballots. You get a little Sharpie thing, and you punch out holes in a ballot. And in these holes, there are already chads, little pieces of paper, thinly attached to the main body of the paperwork. You find your candidate, you find your state initiative, you find whatever you want, and you pop, and the chad is supposed to be off. The chad is supposed to be off. The problem they had was they stuck on the ballots like crazy. They weren't clean pops. So they were hanging chads. It wasn't exactly clean, and they were counted wrong. And it was either Al Gore or George Bush that, I think it was Al Gore that sued Florida to do a massive recount. And they did. They found the hanging chads. And because of the hanging chads, George Bush got in. They were counted because they were originally marked as George Bush's. Look it up on Google. But the Republicans these days keep forgetting. They keep talking about the damn process. The process already worked at this point over here. They keep talking about missing ballots. Well, they've got all the damn ballots they've got. I'm not saying stop counting, just count everything that you've got so far. And if they're coming in past the deadline, that's it. But they're supposed to be counted anyway, probably provincially. So it's going to be up to each state attorney general and election officials to make that kind of determination whether or not it's going to be counted or not. Each state, not the national level, each state has to certify. At that point, they're going to say yes or no. Now, if there are any dead bodies voting, they would also have to verify whether or not they are or not. That's why some of the states were taking their sweet-ass time to make sure everything was valid, everything was counted for. Our election process has to work that way meticulously to make sure that each vote is counted for and each vote is accurate. Even if they're dead or not. But they have to be proven that there are dead bodies voting for this damn thing. There has to be fraud voted. I mean, you just can't make the allegation without having the damn proof. And if you don't have the proof and you're just making the allegations, you're just making errors point over here. Slap the damn evidence down. Tell us what the hell's going on. But that didn't happen, did it? No, because we have Republicans and Republican governors at this point over here freaking out left and right. It wasn't a fair and valid election. Because you still have widespread voter fraud. How? Well, I said before, it's up to each state attorney general, and those in charge of the election, secretary of state, actually. Secretary is usually in charge. What do you want? If she's still alive in 4 years, still old and crippled, I'll still vote for my dog. I'll vote for her being a pain in the ass. She needs to go out. So, out I will take her. Here. Yeah, so basically it is cold and a little windy out there. A little sunny. And, it's typical Southern California right now, I guess. But what gets to me is hearing and seeing People who keep claiming they know what they don't know. They suspect, but they don't have proof. There are several governors and senators are still bitching about it. They want to tighten up the voting registrations regulations, but the problem is that each state has it. And they're complaining it's a liberal thing, it's a libtard thing, it's a setup, it's fixed. Just like they talked about in 2016. Only then we found out there was voter fraud going on because we had Russian interference and we had documentation for that. We had proof. We had to have a hearing over the damn thing. Even after old Trump was in office already during that time. But we had a hearing. We had documentation that was presented by our intelligence agencies and law enforcement. And still it was dismissed. We still have foreign interference that was being recorded and being reported left and right. Again, our voting things were being compromised and everything else going hell in a handbasket. Everything's a fake. Everything. We can't have something like this. I'm hearing the damn grumblings. I mean, George Stephanopoulos on this week was interviewing the South Dakota governor. She was adamant that there was fraud, but she didn't have the evidence. She said, well, let the process show you. Let the process show you. The process is showing you. The process did show you. It states that they were actually able to certify the damn stuff. No, they're lying. The process. Excuse me, they are part of the process. You're not there, are you? You're not in that damn state. They're lying. They're cheating. They're liberals. Liberals cheat. We don't. Uh-huh. Right. Give me a break. These are the same people who keep following some gas bag around, claiming he's the gospel, he's everything else that people want. They're so in love with the damn guy. They're willing to sacrifice their own damn integrity and everybody else's integrity for their own damn skins. I'm not going to say Biden's the same way, too. But Biden was trying to show how honest he was. And he wasn't saying that he alone could fix everything. There's a hell of a lot of taglines one can use from a previous election to prove or disprove what someone in office right now was saying. And with all the damn tweets going on. Everything threatening people, threatening lives, telling people, good people, I'm sorry, to do some dastardly stuff. Directly and indirectly. It just never ceases to amaze me how far people can go to cheating and then lie about it through their skins. Then again, we were also encouraged not to gloat about it. We can talk about it, but we just can't say, ha 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 ha, we won, you did. See, that would be gloating. That would be considered gloating. No, what we're doing at this point over here is trying to tell people we had a process. We still have a process ongoing at this point over here. Nothing is completely certified because certain things are still ongoing at this point. If there are votes out there that still need to be tabulated and counted, they need to be found and need to be processed. Yes, we understand that particular bit. But without proof regarding the allegations, courts will throw the damn thing out. You have to present your evidence to the court, including to the court of public opinion. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? If the states are still tabulating, but they're projecting at this point over here, they're saying by mathematics and by other things, and maybe they're doing it by wishful thinking. Okay, argument's sake, maybe it was wishful thinking of projecting that Joe Biden was not the winner just yet, and that the race is still being tabulated. Let's say that for example. Till we get official word from the secretaries of those states, we could probably just hold our collective breath still. But if we got certification from the state saying, we verified, we went through it, we had electoral people going through it, we had poll watchers, and they were watching carefully, and they verified. If we got documentation to prove that there was no fraud anywhere, if there were mistakes, yes. But if there was no widespread conspiracy, if there was no widespread fraud happening anywhere, then why keep up with the allegations in the first place? Because you're afraid to lose power. You're afraid to lose control. You're afraid to lose, period. You're humiliated. You're humbled. You don't like it. You like your ego. You like your vanity. You'll lie through your teeth. I'll make up an excuse saying, no, it's for something else. It's bullshit. It's you. It's you. You don't like it. You're not looking for the American people. You're looking for yourselves. You're looking for job security at this point over here. You're looking at public opinion swaying and being swayed by forces outside your own damn control. You can't control the damn pandemic. It's hitting you left and right, but you're going to be lying about it. You can't control the economic situation because the pandemic screwing things up left and right. What are you going to do? You don't want to acknowledge the damn pandemic. You want to hide yourself. So your economic things go crazy. Your numbers go crazy. People attend rallies without masks. People cluster in large groups without masks. They become super spreading centers. And what do you have next? More numbers going up. The governor's freaking out. Governor's seeing less of beds, less ventilators, less of everything. Actually, they're freaking out left and right. Because they've never been through a pandemic like this and they're struggling like crazy. They're trying to take lessons from a century ago and how they were dealing with it. And the problem is, we can't apply it here because we refuse to. We refuse to. There's a lot of factors involved what's going on. In the past 4 years, we get a guy who's supposed to be changing our system, screws up the system so damn badly, we don't even know what the hell's going on anymore. We're supposed to have health care? We didn't get health care. We got that. We're ripping apart left and right. We're supposed to have fair election. We have a challenge constantly. We have enemies becoming more and more friends. Our friends becoming enemies. Thanks a lot. So nice. We had to get a liberal in there. Yes, we had to get a Democrat in there. We had to have somebody out there who knows how to deal with politics in the world in general. The guy who's supposed to be schmoozing knows how to make deals. Shit. What deals? What great deals for our country? Was everything being turned great for us during that time? People getting caged up, families ripped apart left and right, environmental laws thrown out with an executive order, and lawsuits happening left and right over them. Territories that need financial aid, and they need the government oversight. Where's the government oversight for them? And constantly blaming liberals for everything, but not blaming themselves. COVID steps in and ruins everything for them over the past year. They blame everybody else, but they can't protect themselves. They can't acknowledge what they need to do at this point over here. They can't follow any other kind of examples that may or may not work. No, I think they know better. So everything else is gone hell in a basket. No wonder we shut down. No wonder we shut down. Widespread election fraud. We had government interference from outside entities, including the enemies. Knew how to pick apart our democracy by picking us apart one way or another. Of course, we can't acknowledge it. Now, can we? No, we can't. To acknowledge that is to admit America's weak. We're supposed to be strong. The elected leader gets COVID because and everything that he went through. He gets a drug cocktail afterwards, and he's fine now. He's Superman, he thinks. I wouldn't be surprised if the son of a bitch bug nails his ass one more time. But it's nailing his staff left and right, nailed his family left and right. Now the vice president's family left and right. Bug was taking out people left and right in the White House, not to mention Secret Service. Military ships. Military base. COVID's everywhere. We have to learn how to deal with the son of a bitch, and we have to learn how to deal smart with the son of a bitch, and we have to keep protecting ourselves. We're trying to keep an economy from falling apart. Well, we're not doing that, are we? Just take the masks off, and then we'll deal with the economy after that. Meanwhile, people die. Plain and simple. We had illnesses happening left and right. We have complications from the COVID left and right. We have scientists who are looking at the data, who are looking at the medical reports, who are trying to analyze everything across the country, across the world. They're learning what they can, sharing what they can concerning about the son of a bitch, because this crosses everybody. Doesn't matter what doesn't matter what political party, doesn't matter what country, doing what you want, doesn't matter. It's going to nail your ass. Worse than the flu. It leaves your body compromised even further. So I kept saying that you had to have a flu shot this year. Have to have an pneumonia shot. Because your body would be so damn weak and so damn compromised by the damn bug, you're still going to get nailed by it. And even if you are not susceptible to COVID, you're still going to be susceptible to flu. And therefore, your immunization system is going to be compromised one way or another. And you're still fucked. Regardless. Regardless. I don't care how many times people can try to go over this damn shit. They're dumber than dog shit, I swear. It's easy enough to denigrate people like this. It's easy enough to tell them that they don't know what the hell they're doing, and they don't. How to compliment them? That's a different story altogether. Can we compliment them? Can we honestly tell them that they're doing a hell of a good job at this point over here and they shouldn't have to worry or anything else like that? Oh, fuck no. Why would we? No. They're screwed up individuals. They're libtards. They're libtards. It's all Democrats' fault, right? It's all Democratic shit. I would say it. All right, I'm saying. And they're going to be a pain in the ass on everything. Our world today. Are we going to be able to deal with it? Are we going to be able to live with the damn thing? Can we live with it? We got a new politician trying to get in office at this point over here because of the election situation happening. And people are still denying what's going on these days. Popular vote is a little higher than the Electoral College. The Electoral College is telling us that we have a president. But we need to have the states certify it. And meanwhile, lawsuits are happening left and right saying, no, you can't certify it because we know, but we can't prove. Well, then, how do you know if you can't prove it? You're doing circular logic at this point over here. You're saying that you've got something worth for proof, but you're not seeing it. I mean, we're not seeing it. Where's the logic? Where's the proof? I mean, it would have been nice if they actually went over to the damn Supreme Court at this point over here, poured out a box of ballots, and said, these are the ballots that we certify at this point over here through people's signatures, that this is theirs. All right? Cross-compare it to what's been certified and counted. No, you can't do that. Well, if we certify it, we have to verify it. If we have verification, if we have people to verify that these are actually already counted already, we have records of it, then we have something to go against the counterclaim, don't we? No, that's a lie, that's a lie. And basically, that's what people are doing at this point over here, freaking out left and right. They're hoping that throwing up chaos and confusion into our electoral process. They want things fair and square and even and Steven. Only if they're doing it. It's like, fuck everybody. They scream and yell, no, it's a lie, it's all liberal shit. It's Biden's fault, it's somebody's fault. The voters have spoken, the secretaries of state, attorney generals are getting involved or trying to verify if all of this material is legitimate. And if they're legitimate, they're certified. I know there was one lady that was bitching and griping in Nevada that her vote wasn't counted. There had to be many more. And we had the state governor, along with other state officials, look into the damn matter to find out they found a damn ballot. They found a ballot. So what the hell are you talking about? We found your ballot. You voted. No, I didn't. Somebody else stole my vote. Well, if they did, I probably copied your damn signature at this point over here. Are you willing to come over here and do it again? No, but they stole my vote. In essence, the lady was a Trump supporter at this point over here. It sounded like. Yeah, I know that's an allegation at this point over here, but she's claiming that her vote was tampered with. Okay, did she mail by ballot? If she mailed by ballot, there had to be certain state guidelines for her to vote by and vote with. She had to follow certain state guidelines. If they're able to confirm her signature and find out that she was there, if they found out that her particular ballot was accurate, if they were saying that if she was at a polling station and they verified her signature with the ballot, they never quite got into full details, did they, about that one? I mean, if it was, I'm entertaining the thought. If the lady had gone to a polling station, they would have had records, they would have had witnesses, but there's so many damn people over there. But the signature on document would prove that she was there. They have to prove documentation that the person was there. Now, I understand the need for maybe voter registration at this point over here, or every legal person has to have some kind of documentation, but there are people out there who don't even have state ID, but can try proving themselves through other records, and also have a hard time getting to polling places, so they have to do what they've got to do. And for decades, Republicans have been screening voter fraud left and right. And they always will scream voter fraud. If the process works, they'll still scream about it. If the process doesn't work, oh yeah, we'll prove it. People voted by mail early. They were yelled and scolded and screamed at by people, don't do it, it's fraud. People have been doing it for decades, and not to mention military people who can't go to polling stations, and they do vote by mail. What are they supposed to do? Have an officer verify everything, document everything? They should. Document the information's accurate. Of course, they have to go through every damn ballot like crazy. They would have to have time for that one, wouldn't they? Military doesn't have time. Military don't take that time. They're not given the time. They don't have the time. So they just throw everything, I guess, into a damn bag, throw it into the mail. People voted. They have to go to their collective stations where the military ballots go. And then they have to send them to their respective home states where their families or themselves were registered at one time. Or counted some other way. It's usually the states are doing the validation of the ballots. It's not the federal government. It's always been in the hands of the state. Now, until they come up with an amendment, not an executive order, but an amendment that changes the dynamics around. And that's really going to change the Constitution and how we've been voting and how we've been allowed to vote. I've been talking for decades of getting rid of the damn electoral college because it's obsolete. Yet we still depend upon the damn thing. Nobody's made an amendment of the damn thing, and if they did, it's always voted down. Either voted down in the House of Representatives or voted down in the Senate. But it was always voted down. I don't know by who, I don't know by which party, but we never had it. People wanted it, never happened. We wanted term limits, that kept being shot down too, left and right. Whatever was supposed to be good for the country, go for them. Never got into the amendment process. Never got it to be made into a U.S. code of ethics or a U.S. code of laws that we've got. Nothing. However, because we are talking about elections and they are protected by the federal government, there are certain guidelines we're supposed to follow, and that should not be interfering with anybody else's right to vote, regardless of a state or fed. Widespread voter fraud. This is one of those things that there has to be proof. Where's the proof? Don't say you have proof. Where's the proof? Prove this right now, right now. This is a court of law. This is a court of public opinion. Where's the proof? Let the process. No. Where's the proof? And how come you didn't do this damn thing while people were voting? Oh, we tried. No, you didn't. Where's the court cases? Where's the court cases? Where's your filings? Where's your evidence? Produce them. How dare you? We have to have the process. And once the process is done, you're still going to be arguing about it. Yes, because it's faulty. Then why allow it in the first place? Because we have to have it done. And it's not done our way. I guess maybe I've done enough gloating at this point over here to make a point too much across at this point, I guess. Maybe I've overkilled it a long time ago just with my damn mutterings at this point. What I'm trying to say is the process worked, all right? The process is working. It takes time, and people don't want to wait. They're impatient. They're in a bit of a hurry this time. The only thing I can tell you is wait your fucking ass. Wait your fucking turn. You wait. If you don't like waiting, deal with it. That's all we got.